Not a day goes by without me thinking about that way the world's the big motion. When you walked into my life and we connected like we share the same emotion. Couldn't help but move that plans open us spot into each other's blind spotches. All this energy's got us inspired now. We couldn't stop it, just say it again.
Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 4 Dancing All Night Blind. Last time we stopped right in the middle of a discussion, I guess is the best way to describe it, with the whatever is controlling the Shadow World. They have basically confirmed that they have kidnapped the members of Kaname Kitchen other than Kaname herself, and they've also said that since we reject her reality, she's not going to force us to stay here, which I actually read more of, oh crap, you can actually fight back. Yeah, I want nothing to do with you. Classic bully syndrome. As soon as someone stands up to them, they're like, ah.
I'll try scanning the area. Come, Persona! There are some places where shadows are bunched up. 1, 2, 4 total?
Well, that makes sense because there's 4 members of Kaname Kitchen missing.
I found someone! Is this... Dameol?
No playing around in the venue. It's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
Yeah, but you can't actually initiate violence against us, so you can't actually stop us. Actually, I guess you could just pick up a big old F-off wall. The other reality was certainly good at making barriers. Rise hastily dismisses her persona and braces herself, but the creeping ribbons are already slithering up to our legs. We completely let our guard down. Bound in ribbons, my arm puts up no resistance as a tremendous force drags at my body.
Ah! No!
Well, never mind then.
Goodbye, Rise Kujikawa.
So much for my no violence assumption. Where did we just land? Oh, she literally just boot us back out of the other world.
Is this?
It only takes a moment to realize that the 3 of us are back in the same Takura production studio we were before we got sent into that world. Rise and Naoto seems to have made the ungraceful landings, but they're alright for the most part.
Ow! Jeez! Is this how you treat an idol?
Looks like we're back in the studio.
Certainly does look that way.
So as soon as we reject the bond that voice spoke of, we're promptly asked to leave.
Again, I think it's more because we have an actual way to fight back.
At least we're all back safe.
Uh-huh. I was honestly bracing myself for the worst. But wait! That reading I got a second ago! It was definitely Tomoe's. I'm certain that's who I picked up on.
So the question is, how do we get in there without being, like, hand-picked and delivered and basically allowed to move around? How can we keep the ribbons off us? Because I'm not sure the ribbons are actually going to react to music.
The same Tomoe-san we met earlier?
Yes, no, you're supposed to be smarter than this.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, never mind. Even Rise is like, I got a reading, but I'm not sure if it's the same person that I was thinking of when I said Tomoe. Really? That's right. Rise had picked up on some present right before we were forced out. If it really was Tomoe-san, then she must still be trapped there, even as we speak. If that's the case, there's something else I need to confirm immediately. What about the others?
What about the other girls? Kaname Kitchen is Kaname-san and 4 other members, right?
That's right! You pay attention too, good job!
I don't know. That place was a lot bigger than I thought. The only reading I picked up on in the moment I had was Tomoe's.
Given what we heard from Kaname-san, it's safe to assume the rest of Kaname Kitchen disappeared around the same time.
Right. Which again, how were they disappearing in the middle of the day?
If you detected Tomoe-san's reading over there, the others are likely to have been taken as well.
Yeah, Naoto's right.
Well, I don't think you even have to say that anymore. Naoto doesn't open her mouth without saying something that is correct.
The rumored video clip that plays at midnight, victims who have fallen unconscious, and now a group of missing idols. This does seem to demand an investigation.
First things first, though. What was that world we were in? The name Midnight Stage bothers me.
There were shadows there too.
There were, but they weren't normal shadows.
It seemed kind of like the TV world we used to go into.
And then there's that voice. It has to belong to the root of this trouble.
Maybe it's just a disembodied voice. Why do you think the voice has to belong to someone, Naoto?
You don't really think it's that, deceased idol behind this, do you?
I really doubt it. I think it's the manager. Or at least the manager's shadow version.
That's beyond my knowledge. Let's put that possibility aside for now.
I forgot Naoto was freaked out about ghosts, which is kind of a new development. I don't ever remember that being discussed before.
Yeah, that's not what we need to focus on right now.
Although, again, I don't know why it would necessarily be something that we were paying attention to, because it has nothing to do with... You know, there was never a ghostly element to our investigations before. The video that plays at midnight, a world apart from reality, shadows that lurk there, our personas, and the missing victims. Even at this stage, it's clear enough that this is beyond what normal people can handle. We need to sort through the situation and come up with a plan to rescue Tomo-san and the others.
Either way, I can't leave them in that awful place.
I don't know, Rise, they seem to be your biggest No, Rise wouldn't do that. Rise's a decent person.
Please, you senpai, Naoto-kun, could you help me out? I want to save them.
Now the question is, are we decent people? Are we like, you know, they were really rude when we talked to them earlier? Nah. Yeah, isn't it obvious?
Do you even need an answer to that, Rise?
I'm a bit shocked, in fact. Did you think we'd shrug it off as none of our concern?
I'm so glad they gave me an option to say that. It's like, are you really asking? I mean, come on, how long have you known us?
There are already victims, making this an honest-to-goodness case. And we're the only ones who can solve it.
That's right. Rise was probably serious when she asked us to do that, but the truth is, we're taken aback she had... Yes! Yes, that is the dialogue we just saw. This isn't about just anyone. Our friends' friends are in trouble, and she's trying to save them. So of course there's no reason we wouldn't lend a hand.
Yeah!
Now that that's decided, we need a plan. Yosuke and the others will be here in the morning.
We should definitely go in with, like, guns blazing. We need the whole posse.
I'm sure they'll help us out too.
And let's go over the case once they join us.
Alright.
For now, though, I think we should leave. We need our rest, after all.
Right. Things are gonna get busy, so we should rest while we can.
Yeah, it's after midnight, and they're getting here... I guess they're actually not driving out until the morning, so it shouldn't be until 10 or 11 in the morning.
Got it. I'll go ahead and email everyone about the situation. Oh, we shouldn't drag Konami into this, huh? I feel bad, but I won't tell her anything.
I don't know if we're going... Well, I guess that's the question. I think the fact that our persona showed up at the end of that in order to, like, liberate the shadows means that Konami wouldn't actually be helpful. I was going to say, if it's just a question of being able to express yourself through dance, yeah, Konami would be a huge asset. That's what she does.
Yeah, I agree. It's for her own safety.
Okay, so I'll just contact our gang. Well then, you two ready to go home?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Four members of Konami Kitchen are missing. In the mysterious otherworld. We might be used to this by now, but I doubt it'll be easy. I think it'll be easy. We're going to a place where we have to dance in order to beat shadows instead of, like, fight actual gods. Looks like we'll be able to talk about when Yosuke and the others arrive. Follow Rise and Naoto and head towards the studio exit. Oh, we're back with Margaret and her disjointed story time. Triple ellipsis.
That is how their festival began. What do you think?
I think I'm just a lost traveler and I want to go home.
Fate is truly full of surprises.
I walk in this room and this crazy woman just starts telling me like a 70-hour story.
They faced themselves and gained the power to stand up against difficulties. But their next trial was quite different. Rather than a contest of strength, it required them to openly express themselves and convey their feelings.
I do actually kind of like that aspect of it. It really kind of rewards the fact and reinforces the fact that almost all of the members of the investigation team would not be able to survive and triumph in this environment if not for what we had done before. You know, Naoto actually referenced it, you know, the reason that she is able to dance and able to express herself is because of the challenges we face in Persona 4 and force her to accept her true self. And now this game is forcing her to express her true self. I guess it's just my voice. The woman smiled joyously before looking towards me again.
However, this did not deter him, and as if in response to that firmness of will, his power changed its form, adapting perfectly to the new situation.
Yes, we have seen that just now. This is, I mean, there was a big discussion about how Persona adds extra stuff, and this is part of the annoyance, because it's like, why are they restating what they just showed us? I am liking this game so far, but twice now in just this episode, and this episode's only been going on for like 10 minutes, I've noticed that they will have a scene, and then they will have dialogue talking about what happened in the scene.
Fascinating, don't you think? By the way, have you thought about why you have found yourself here?
Yeah, I was trying to sell Boy Scout cookies, and now I'm super sad about it.
Don't worry yourself over it. I don't have that answer for you.
Wait, is that supposed to be comforting? Have you thought about why you're here? Oh, don't worry if you don't know. No one does.
I asked only out of my own curiosity. Well then, allow me to show you a little more of the story.
When the woman raises her hand, that same light radiates from it, swallowing the surrounding scenery.
Here is where we left off with their festival.
So this must be what happens with the Velvet twins, or the Velvet siblings, whenever they're just in the Velvet room, no one's hanging out, they're like, let's just rewatch, this is their version of TV. The next day, Rise called Naoto and me up. We might as well practice until the others arrive. So we're finishing up, I get word from Yosuke saying they're here. We head down to Sakura Productions' lobby and greet everyone as they come over from the train station. It's not long before we see their smiling faces again. What?!
Woo! Hi, Spot Sensei! Your friendly bear is back in town!
Who left you unsupervised in the wardrobe closet?
That makes no sense when you're not in the costume, man.
Oh man, it's so nice and cool inside the office. I feel like a human being again.
Yosuke seems overwhelmed by the unexpected heat wave and takes exaggerated deep breaths while tugging on his collar. Well, maybe you wouldn't be wearing a handkerchief around your neck, it wouldn't be so hot around your collar. Same old Yosuke. Even though they must have gotten Rise's message about what happened, none of them seem too phased. Though, it doesn't necessarily mean they're taking the situation lightly. It's more that they've already made up their minds as to what to do.
I'm glad you're all here.
Hey, have you met any celebrities yet? Are they cute? Tell me everything!
Rise's right there! I wonder if I should take back what I said before. Yosuke's not shrugging this off, is he? Kanji or Teddy is one thing, but seeing him like this makes me worry a little.
There's always someone like him. Come on, Yosuke-senpai. You were just here the other day to film the commercial.
Yeah, but I was too nervous then to think about any of that stuff. Oh, the time has finally come! I'm in a big city, and not some dreary country town. And I get to hang out with celebrities! It's like a dream come true.
That is, I guess, Yosuke is from a big city, and he doesn't really get to leave that often.
Well, excuse us for living in such a dreary place.
Oh god, what happened to Chie's voice? Maybe it'll be like Rise's and I'll start accepting it over time, but man, it's squeaky as anything right now.
Ahem.
Whoa.
Did you forget that
Whoops.
I'm a celebrity too? And a pretty famous one at that?
I kinda skipped you, Yukiko, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. I don't think I can go back. What did you—
Yosuke-senpai's been like this the whole trip over here. He's memorized every damn thing about that kind of mean chicken or whatever.
I love Kanji. Kanji may be my favorite character. He's just awesome.
He kept blabbering on and on about the girls non-stop. He even knows their full names.
Dude, what? You're bringing that up now?
Yeah, it is a little rude. Hey, Rise, by the way, Yosuke totally has the hots for the people that aren't you. Looks like the whole world's against him. I don't have any way to back him up on this one either. All I can do is keep quiet while making a mental apology to Yosuke. A volley of cold stares and frigid words is enough to blast away this sudden heat wave. I lost my partner.
You're the worst.
Seriously, the worst.
Just completely terrible.
Yosuke, you're awful.
Teddy, shut up.
I just got here and I'm already catching hell. And Teddy, what are you taking their side for?
Looks like the dream is dead.
Mostly thanks to you. Anyway, that aside, I had a message for you. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan are gonna be running a little late.
Poor Yosuke. He's just like, I just want to hang out with cool people.
Sounded like he's been busy with work.
That's too bad.
Not surprising though, Dojima's always busy with work. But then again, maybe it was actually a blessing in disguise that Dojima-san and Nanako are arriving late. Since we know now that strange things are happening, I can share what we found without any pointed questions from Dojima-san. I think at this point Dojima has just sort of accepted that Yu does some weird shit and it's helpful. Must look pretty grim since Yosuke passed me on the shoulder and flashed me an encouraging smile.
Come on, cheer up, partner. Just have a little patience, and Nanako-chan will be here in no time.
Man, that was one hell of a long trip. I've been sitting down so long, my butt's sore.
We really should have taken the express train, but Yosuke had to insist we ride a bus instead.
Dude, you guys are the ones who said you were low on cash. There's no way I could have paid for all your tickets.
Wait, they're bringing them down here to be in a commercial and they didn't pay for their trip? What kind of crappy production company is this?
I have to say, you three aren't looking very well. Are you okay? Did you sleep badly?
Did you guys not check your email? I mean, you should already know. The three of us can't help but exchange glances at Yukiko's question. I was planning on getting a good night's rest, but I kept thinking about the case and ended up getting almost no sleep. Seeing the way Naoto and Rise react, it must have been the same for them.
A lot happened last night after all.
You mean that midnight stage stuff? I got most of the story from Rise's email. Though it was so out of nowhere that I had to ask a ton of follow-up questions.
I read it too. Those girls are being held captive, right, Rise-chan?
She does not look right with headphones on, I'm sorry. These guys are all trying to, like, steal Manato's style.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys came all the way out here and I have to ruin it with bad news.
Hey, no need to apologize, Rise-chan. Never fear. All the dance practice I've gotten in lately has been a good workout for me.
Yeah, I'm still not digging her voice. Eventually I'll stop noticing it, I'm sure. But, ugh.
And I've never missed a day of regular training either.
Holy crap, Chie! Have some fun in your life.
Ah! I'm ready for anything.
Count me in too. Look, look, behold the results of my training with Rise-chan. 1, 2, bam!
Oh, I was expecting something to actually happen. Teddy puts his palms together and keeps his face at a fixed angle while craning his neck around. That kind of thing is called isolation in dance terms. But I don't remember Rise ever teaching Teddy any such moves. Where did he learn that?
That has nothing to do with fighting shadows.
You never know. I mean, it's gonna be our dancing that beats him this time around, right?
Of course, Kanji is like, yeah, let's do it!
Oh, right, yeah. Man, why dancing of all things?
We're not sure how that really works.
In fact, there are many things that we don't understand as of yet. All we know is that our power won't defeat these shadows. Instead, we've discovered that we can free them by affecting them with our dance.
They're trying to capture us with their dancing too, right? Then it sounds to me like we ought to fight fire with fire.
Well, that's an incredibly simplistic way of thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Expressing ourselves through dance. It sounds exciting. You guys, this isn't all fun and games.
What a relief. Though everyone's chatting like normal, I can tell they've already been thinking about how to solve the case. As long as they're with us, I'm positive we can get to the bottom of any mystery.
Thanks, everyone. It's time the investigation team got back in action.
I can't remember how many times that's happened by now.
Well, call it fate or whatever. But if you ask me, that's just how we are.
If we can save people, I'm all for it. I think it's definitely better than doing nothing.
My magnificent moves will save all the innocent idols. And one of them will fall madly in love with me, despite it being forbidden in the world of showbiz.
Like that'd happen. Man, I really can't take you anywhere.
I don't know, Yosuke, you were just as bad when you showed up.
Wait a sec. What if Teddy's got a point? What if he's not entirely wrong this time? Is there even the slimmest of slim chances that it could happen for me?
Well, case in point.
Never, as long as you're thinking like that.
Ah, you're all here. I hope your long trip was a smooth one.
Oh, hey, Inoue-san.
I turned to see the voice coming from behind us, and find Inoue-san coming towards us with his usual smile. He must have been passing when he noticed us. He seems a bit more tired today, though. It's because the Cannon Kitchen Girls are... Yeah, I imagine it is.
I hope I wasn't interrupting anything.
You always are.
Isn't this our chance? Want to try and get some information out of him?
Huh? Wow, you're all in costume. Now, the show's still a ways off, but you seem so fired up already.
Well, we were thinking we should do a full group dress rehearsal, but we didn't know if there was any place to change, so we just wore our costumes.
I see. But you know, there are plenty of changing rooms available here.
That was a pretty lame excuse. I think Yosuke just likes wearing that.
Goodness, Kanji-kun, your hair certainly stands out. It really packs a punch.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description for Kanji.
Huh? You think so? Guess I'm used to it. I mean, I had it like this for the longest time. Up at this festival is the last time I'm gonna wear this punk getup, though. I made up my mind to stop acting like a badass and be more like who I really am.
I've noticed at the end of Golden, he actually like stops dyeing his hair.
Ah, I see. That sounds like a fine idea. I must say, those costumes look splendid on all of you.
Is there a reason Inoue is talking to us right now? I'm not sure what this has to do with the overall game. It just seems sort of like...
I guess that sort of natural high schooler look can't be faked. People respond well to that sort of thing. The outfits seem to fit well, too. I'm glad we went to the trouble to have them custom tailored.
That's right. The thing Inoue-san was most particular about was how we're genuine high school students. Because of that, we had to be carefully bring back our look from when we used to go to the same high school. Everyone got excited and worked with each other to get their hairstyle and things just right for the way it was then. Me too. Even though I'd go to a different high school now, I'm wearing an outfit that looks like a match for their school uniform. The whole thing gives me an honest sense of nostalgic joy.
Oh, by the way, can I ask you something, Inoue-san?
What is it? I'll try and answer if I can.
Don't be too obvious.
Well, it's about the Love Meets Bonds festival. Kanamine Kitchen is performing in that too, right?
That's the plan. What about it?
Oh, it's nothing important. I'm a huge fan of theirs, so I was just wondering if I could, say hi to them, that's all.
Wow. His voice actor did a perfect job making him sound awkward. That was great.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, they're all pretty busy right now.
Huh? Really? That's weird. I mean, most of the group is in the
Oh, ignore him. Just carry on.
She instantly covers Teddy's mouth and motions us to keep talking. That was a close one. Teddy, for his part, is still flailing his arms and legs while Chie shushes him. Seeing a question forming in Inoue-san's eyes, we slip between him and Teddy, trying to gloss over Teddy's slip-up with our own smiles.
I mean, of course they're busy. I'm sorry I even asked. He'll be fine.
That does kind of, I mean, A, Teddy's a klutz, but B, Teddy does seem the one who would be the least able to, like, hide the existence of the Shadow World, because that's where he's from, and he's just like, yeah, it's the Shadow World, whatever.
Man, what a shame, though.
Oh, but Kanami-chan is in the midst of a poster photo shoot in the studio here. Why don't you go see her later? Rise-chan can show you the way. She'll probably sign an autograph.
An autograph? Seriously? I mean, that'd be great. Then I guess we'll go stop by later.
You must be tired from the long trip, though, so get some rest first.
Absolutely.
Well, I have a meeting to attend, so you'll have to excuse me.
I don't have to do anything.
Okay, see you later, Inoue-san.
We see Inoue-san off and give a sigh of relief. Looks like we managed to squeeze some information out of him without raising any suspicion, really? No, but you raised some suspicion, I'll tell you that.
Yosuke-senpai, your acting sucks. I was afraid Inoue-san would pick up on it. You too, Teddy. What were you thinking letting that slip?
Teddy, yes. Yosuke, no.
I'm deeply sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Well, at least it's clear now. Now I was acting, those Kanamine girls ain't come back yet.
Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. It must have been Tomoe-san herself that Rise-chan picked up on.
There's no doubt. It was brief, but that couldn't have been anyone else. I'm positive that reading was Tomoe's.
It's decided then. Let's all watch that video at midnight tonight. And
All right.
we'll head into the midnight stage once more. What? Did I say something odd?
No, Do. Every now and then you say some pretty nutso stuff like it's no big deal.
Well, we've already done it once.
I didn't think too much about how we were going in there, but that sounds pretty scary.
Especially as of... Well, actually, that's the question. If Teddy goes with us, can he let us back out? Or do we have to rely on the, you know, weird voice to let us out when all this is over?
There's no other way. We don't know any other means of getting in. In any case, time is of the essence. Come on, let's hurry to the studio.
Naruto must have been pretty embarrassed. She hurries on ahead, leaving us behind. We all look around a bit before following her. One way or another, we ride into battle at midnight. We'll meet with resistance on the midnight stage. If we spend the time until then working on our dance moves, I think we can learn a lot from each other. With a reinforced resolve to save the missing girls, I slowly follow my trusty friends.
That reminds me. We didn't get too many chances to all rehearse together. There's probably a lot we can learn from each other. So let's get as much practice as time permits.
Oh, sure. I did not know another tutorial.
Let's get it started now.
Yo, yo, yo! Time for me to get your next lesson rolling.
Okay,
First,
please
I'm gonna
don't ever
talk
do that
about
again.
These things called unison notes.
Oh, I've done this one.
Sometimes these stretchy notes will come flying at you. These are unison notes. You gotta press 2 buttons at the same time. Give it a shot. Press the 2 connected buttons together with the notes. How'd you do? Okay, next up we gotta talk about hold notes. You gotta press and hold these ones. Make sure you let go in time with the rhythm too.
Alright, yeah. Unfortunately, I've actually been playing the real game as well, so this is nothing for me.
Did you figure out the timing? You gotta know when to let go. All right, time for your final exam. Get the audience all hyped up and clear this stage.
Wow, this is just like insultingly easy now.
Nice moves. That's it. This bear has nothing left to teach you.
Good, because I'm tired. I've got nothing left to learn from you.
I had tons of fun dancing with all of you. Bye-bye, everyone!
Please don't ever say yo 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 again.
Persona 4, dancing all night.
This'll be a piece of cake. Easy as pie.
Well, time to do this. Good luck.
It's okay. You're still good.
No.
Get up on your feet, take down the world. Catch a glimpse of the whole world.
Oh no!
Got it. I'm ready whenever.
I know you could do better than this. Don't give up, Teddy.
There we go.
Looking good.
Woohoo! It was so close, too. and me, we're gonna dance all night. Hoo-hoo! Ha! Okay.
Get up, it's gonna get.
Hoo-hoo! Okay. Hoo-hoo! Yeah. Perfecto. This bear is fully charged. There. Hoo-hoo! You even stuck the
See
landing!
what we could do when we put our minds to it.
Great moves!
There we go!
Looking great, Teddy!
Woohoo! Yeah, Chie-chan! You had super energy!
Looking awesome!
Chie-chan, that was such a rush! Let's do it again! Woohoo! There we go!
That's it! I think it's going great!
Woohoo! Ha-ha! Kentucky Doggy!
Stage clear.
Hoo-hoo!